machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things. They're mighty machines, lifting and pulling and flying so high, building a building up to the sky. You could watch them all day and never know why. They're mighty machines. Hear them roar, watch them soar, sit right down and see. There are stories to enjoy for every girl and boy. Mighty machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things. There, mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things. There, mighty machines.
I'm Pumper. This is where I live. It's a fire hall. Come on, boys, out of bed. Let's get going. It's fire school day. Here come the firemen. Bruce. Peter. Jerry. And Mark. We make a great team. Before I leave for fire school, the firemen give me a complete checkup. I always have to be in top condition. This is my control panel. These are the gauges and handles that the firemen use to control how much water I put onto the fire. This red knob is my throttle. It controls the pressure of the water. You'll see it in action later. Hey, there's Mark. He's going to check the oxygen tank and mask. The firemen wear these tanks on their backs when they go inside a burning building. It helps them breathe when they're in a room filled with smoke. It's very important that the hose has no leaks. Yep, everything seems fine. Now, back behind my driver's seat where it belongs. On a fire truck, everything has its proper place. That way, we never have to search for it in an emergency. Let's take a look at what I carry in my compartments. These are the flares. We use them to keep traffic away when we're working. This big fan blows the smoke away. That way they can see a lot better. We have to be ready for just about anything. So we always make sure we carry a toolbox. I wonder if you keep your room this neat. You'll never guess what's stored in here. Nozzles. They attach to my hoses and let the firemen control the spray of the water. We have nozzles for all kinds of fires.
You like that one? Want to close the cupboard?
As you can see, all the firemen are really busy. Just like any good team, we each have a job to do, and we all work together. You probably recognize a lot of these tools. There are screwdrivers, a hacksaw, a hammer, and a flashlight. I'm prepared for any kind of emergency. I know, it's not dark now, but sometimes I have to rush to a fire at night. That's why I carry my own set of lights. Now for a surprise. I bet you never knew I could open like this. Because I've always got to be ready to respond to an alarm, I can't go to the corner garage for a service check. My checkups happen every day, right here at the fire hall. Oops, looks like I need some oil. Ah, all finished. And down I come. Well, now it's the firemen's turn to go and get ready. Since we're only going to the fire school today, we don't have to rush. If this were a real emergency, these guys would be running as fast as they could. The firemen keep all their gear down here in the garage with me. When the fire alarm rings, they can get ready in a flash. All aboard! Here we go! Because I'm only going to school, I can't use my siren, horn, or lights. But now that I'm on school property, why don't I have a little bit of fun? Hey, there's my friend Sparky the fire hydrant. Hiya, Sparky!
Hi, Bumper! Looks like the guys have been working hard to keep you looking so shiny.
You know me, Sparky. I like looking good. So, what are we doing today?
Well, why don't we practice using your hoses?
Whenever I arrive at the scene of a fire, the first thing I've got to do is attach one of my hoses to a fire hydrant like Sparky. This is where I get my water from. The hose from Sparky is then attached to my intake valve. Okay, Sparky, let her rip! The yellow hoses take the water from my pump and spray it on the fire. Here goes! Isn't this great, Sparky?
Well, you know, Pumper, the more we practice, the better prepared we'll be when we go to a real fire.
Look at all that water! That's really neat. Before the hoses are put away, the firemen make sure they're washed and cleaned. The hoses are folded so neatly that when we respond to a real fire, they don't get tangled. Well, Sparky, I guess that's it for today.
Not just yet, Pumper. Today's a special day. I've asked King to drop by.
King? All right! Let me surprise him. I'll be back in a minute, Sparky.
Don't be too long. King's gonna need your help today.
I'm King, platform truck, and this is my crew.
Now remember, King, before you bring out your stabilizer legs, make sure you put down your metal pads and block your wheels.
I know, Sparky, I know.
King!
Well, what do you know? It's Pumper. How you been doing, little fella?
Just great! I haven't seen you in a while. Well, let's get to work, King. Sparky doesn't like to wait around.
Hey, Pumper. Let's give Sparky a rest today and use the fire hydrant out on the street.
That's a great idea!
But before you go, make sure we're hooked up so I can use the water from the hydrant.
Whenever we respond to an emergency, the pumper is always the first one to arrive. My main job is to get water from the hydrant to the fire. Today, we're only going to use one hose. But if it was a big fire, we could use 3 hoses. Once the water is turned on, King can use his hoses. But today, he needs to put up his platform first.
All right. Let me show you why they call me King. This platform lets me reach fires, maybe burning tall buildings. To bring it into position, one of the firemen uses the controls at the back of the truck. Safety is very important. That's why the firemen always attach their safety harnesses to the basket. Up, up, and away! The firemen in the basket, they have their own controls. They need them when they're up this high. Looks like we're already down here on the ground. Perfect! By using the nozzle, the firemen can make the water do many different things, like misting. Misting soaks the whole area so that the fire doesn't spread. Boy, my arm can stretch real high. I'm so big. While two firemen are in the basket up high, the other men are working down below. It's been a great day. All the equipment is in perfect shape, and the guys are all set for a real emergency. Well, kids, I'm all done. Why don't you follow Pumper back to the fire hall?
I'll see you next time, King. Home sweet home. I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you did too. Thanks for visiting, and come on back anytime.
Mighty machines, big and mighty machines, working for you, doing mighty things there. Mighty machines, lifting and pulling and flying so high, building a building up to the sky. You can watch them all day and never know why they're mighty machines. Hear them roar, watch them soar, sit right down and see. There are stories to enjoy for every girl